Piece of advice that really stood out for me that Richard gave me as a parent was to trust Ethan. And I've always said he was never a bad child, he was always a good boy. And it literally was that he just needed some guidance around structuring his studies and his life and to get a balance. So my name is Asha and I am the parent of Ethan, who is a mentee for the Mentoring Lab. The reason why I reached out to the Mentoring Lab is because Ethan was always a good student. He was a good boy, on the gifted and talented register, top 3%, high achiever. And I'd noticed that he would be more distracted in class, and teachers would complain like he's talking and he's playing around in class, and it was just turning into a pattern. So I thought, no, I've got to nip it in the bud straight away. So I reached out to my GP and said there's got to be some help out there. So she referred me to CAMS, and CAMS did an assessment and said he is a very mature and well-balanced young man, actually. If anything, he probably just needs a bit of mentoring to help structure some of his studying. And it was something I didn't think about. So he gave me a few names. One of them was the Mentoring Lab. And so I reached out to Elaine, who had a first call with me, and I felt heard. I felt like I wasn't saying anything new. I felt safe. I felt like it was a safe space as well. And I felt like she heard what my needs were, what Ethan's needs were, and she could meet them. And then soon after, a meeting was set up with Richard, this wonderful mentor, and I have seen such a difference in Ethan. The sessions are bi-weekly, and I've seen him be transformed from even me asking him, can you do your homework? Have you done your homework? Are you doing your homework? Have you done this? Have you done that? Well, you've not ticked it off the list, to he's got his revision guide, he's got his planner for the week, and I'll randomly pass his bedroom and he's studying. And all of a sudden now I'm not asking him, I'm not chasing him, I'm not worried, I don't have any concerns. The teachers, the feedback I'm getting at parents' evening has changed from, he's always talking in class, and I'll say to the teacher, well, make him sit at the front. And she'll say, but he is sitting at the front. To now, where he actually, for that subject, he got 98% in his mock. He's doing that GCSE early, and I couldn't be prouder of him, actually. A piece of advice that really stood out for me that Richard gave me as a parent was to trust Ethan. And I've always said he was never a bad child, he was always a good boy. And it literally was that he just needed some guidance around structuring his studies and his life and to get a balance. The tools that the Mentoring Lab has given him has helped him structure his life, and it's not just his studies, it is a balance of his social life, being sensible, his home life. Ethan is coming into his own. He is a young man, and he has got a very balanced life now. And I see a happier individual, which has made our whole family happier. And I do believe that it's down to the mentoring that Richard has given him. So for me, it was the best decision I could ever have made in my life. And I'm so happy that Ethan decided to take this on as well. I think that he has recognised the changes in himself, and he's proud of himself. And we're both very, he wrote me a card and he said, I'm excited about the future. And I feel the same. I'm excited for his future. I'm excited for our future as a family. And we'll have Richard in our lives for the rest of our lives. And we just want to say thank you to the Mentoring Lab. So I would say to any parent that is thinking of reaching out to the Mentoring Lab, just do it. I can understand there will be anxieties about trusting your child with another organisation, stranger danger and all of that, but when you're coming from a place of fear and you feel anxious about your child and the circumstances around your child, you as a parent just want to help in any way you possibly can. I would say definitely pick up the phone, make that phone call, trust the process, because I think sometimes we can be crippled by fear. I think fear can make us be unfocused. You might decide to look at different organisations, and that's not a bad thing, but actually persevere and trust when you make that phone call. Put everything out on the table. Don't be scared. Don't hold back. Talk about your whole situation, because the Mentoring Lab will hear you and they will do what they can to help you. It really is down to you, and this whole process will work if you put in the work, if your child puts in the work. So that's my first piece of advice, is really want to have a change in your life, and be brave, take that risk and make that phone call.